Hello, Blizzard fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Blizzard upload. This is a game between Sacsri and SOS on Iron Fortress, the latter edition. This is from the Gfinity Spring Masters tournament that just wrapped up a couple of weeks ago. And I'm going to get rid of that and bring up the production tab and speed it up a little bit. And introduce the players. Bottom left on Iron Fortress Latter Edition, we have the blue Protoss player, SOS. A really solid Korean Protoss player. Lots of victories over the past couple of years. And in the top right, we have the red Zerg player, Sacsri, from the clan My Insanity. Again, really fun logo. It's like a crazy looking sock puppet, kind of stitched together scarecrow looking thing. Anyway, very fun. This is a big map. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Zerg player go ahead and go 15 hatch here. Feeling safe from cannon pressure that could possibly come out from SOS. And anyway, these days, the Forge First expand build has kind of fallen out of favor with Protoss players. You don't see it a whole lot, so usually there isn't a Forge ready to go for those cannons. And yeah, there goes the 15 hatch for Sacsri. There is no gas, no pool anywhere at all. Feels very safe doing this. We'll have to see if he goes for gas early or the pool first, though, or just decides to forego gas altogether. Oh my goodness, actually taking a quick third as well before pool. Amazing guts on display here by Sacsri. And did we actually go Nexus first? We did. Okay, so SOS went Nexus first into the Forge and then a Gateway. So it looks like both players being very greedy at this point, feeling like this is a huge map. They can't be pressured very much at any point. And so they go ahead and go to get those production and economy buildings out first before they do much of anything else. And yeah, Sacsri did get the gas. So we're probably going to see metabolic boost here in just a minute. A bit of a harassment there from the probe. I don't think Sacsri even knows where SOS is yet, but this scouting overlord will soon fix that. Taking down the destructible rocks there, or the destructible debris plates. It's plates right there. Anyway, did actually get just enough gas to get the metabolic boost and then pulled the workers off the gas. He wants as many minerals as possible to be able to saturate this third base as well. Let's slow it down as we actually have some Zerglings coming on in. This guy, though, again, there's a cannon well placed, going to be able to hit that Zergling before he even gets range of that Zealot. And anyway, one Zergling on one Zealot is just not a fair battle, no matter which way you look at it. Let's look at the harvester count. It is 36 to 30. I kind of forgot the harvester count is up here in the top right at all times. So I'm going to stop pulling up the income tab, just kind of leave it on the production. I'm going to still use it for, you know, what units there are, what units are lost and all that. But when I want to know what the worker count is, I'll just look at the top right. So either way, both players really getting harvester counts up at this point. 40 to 36 right now for the Protoss player. Not much going on. I mean, we have the Cyber Core and there's the Robo Bay. Okay, getting a Warp Prism right now. Interesting choice. Probably going to see some harassment move out with some sentries. And maybe even warping in just more and more gateways. Okay, so nothing too high-tech right now. Probably going to be a Zealot Stalker Sentry attack with that Warp Gate. It can be very difficult to deal with. If you come up here, you block off this ramp with those force fields, you can pretty much do what you want here in the main for quite a while. And Sacsri is throwing down a Spore Crawler. I don't know if he knows exactly what is going on. Does he scout the Robo Bay? Let's take a look here. And no, he didn't scout much of anything, but he just threw down the Spore Crawler. A bit of a reactionary move. Warp Prism moving along the bottom right side here. There are units here along the way to catch this. This is the reason the Overlords are where they are, is to see harassment that might be coming that they are not quite ready for. Ah, Zergling. No, Zergling, where are you going? You could have stopped this. Oh, instead, the Nexus does actually get to go down. Warp Prism heading on up. I don't think it was spotted, taking an actual amazing route to get there. And okay, so unloads right here. Does not unload in any base in particular, but here come the Zealots. 2 sentries and 4 Zealots moving on in. It's kind of a smaller harassment, but 16 Lings just about to pop right now. This might be enough to actually save the third base. The Queen needs to get out of there. Oh, good force field, keeping the Queen from getting away, and the Queen does go down. Workers trapped as well, trying to get the heck out of there, but here come a ton of Lings surrounding this Zealot, taking him down, basically getting in there and getting a good surround on all the Zealots. More and more Zealots warping in, though, and these Zerglings are actually trapped. There aren't enough to handle the remaining number. What is in production? 10 Hydralisks in production. I don't know if they'll get here in time to save this third base. You'd have to imagine they want to, though. The Spore Crawler trying to get to a spot where he can actually survive. Being focused down, though, by the Zealots and the Sentries. Does get a couple of shots off on this Warp Prism before it dies. Another Spore Crawler taking the attention off of these drones, and the Hydras have shown up. They can kite these Zealots pretty much all day. The Observer does go down. Good pickup there by the Spore Crawler. The Warp Prism has moved away. Hydra gets caught, though, by the Zealots. Queen has popped out. Now, no, a couple Zealots pop out in the wrong spot. They immediately go down, but there is a large group of Zealots here. They can easily melt down, Hydras here. They can melt down the Zealots. These two guys escaping, getting stutter step destroyed, and that's enough Lings to clean that up as well. So, alright, it is 52 to 55 Harvesters. It looks like we didn't stop making Harvesters during that attack, like I tend to do in Zerg versus Protoss. If I'm under attack, I just make units. Don't really make any economic Harvesters whatsoever, and I'm really behind after that attack finishes. But Sacsri did a good job balancing drones and attacking units, and now actually has quite a few Lings out on the map. We're actually moving slow Hydras out as well, getting that speed upgrade, but pretty much it's going to be a Ling Hydra attack, no roaches in sight, and actually getting the, there we go, there's a single Colossus with the Thermal Lance upgrade on the way, giving them that range they really need to fight this kind of a Hydra composition. So we'll have to see. The Hydras come in, they see one swipe from the Colossus and say, nope, this is not where we need to be. Let's head over here to this little bit of a softer target here at the third base. A lot of the workers going down. Warping in units getting destroyed as well. Cannons going down 1, 2, and 3 cannons going down. The Colossus does not want to be here, I don't think. There's not really that much to keep it alive. It does manage to have 6 kills, though. And if the Hydra's really focused, they might be able to take this guy down, but instead they escape. There are more Zealots being warped in. And SOS manages to save his third base for the time being. Pooping Creep here, I'm not sure what the purpose of that is exactly. Speed is now up for these Hydralisks. A Spire being created as well back home for Sacsri. Oh no, Colossus getting trapped in the corner. Good force fields, though, actually keeping it alive a little bit longer than I thought. It does explode, though. This Colossus still alive with 10 kills. Barely any hit points, though. No shields whatsoever. They are going to regenerate over time. However, what do we have over here? A lot of Overlords Pooping Creep for some reason. I don't know. It's basically 3 base to 3 base right now, which is not great for our Zerg player. He needs to make something happen. He needs to kill this third or take a 4th base very, very soon. And here we come along with the Zerglings getting, trying to get a surround on that cannon, but no. I mean, it's just amazing how much a single Colossus can really dissuade a Zerg player from attacking. If they don't have those Corruptors, if they don't have what they need to deal with the Colossus, pretty much Lings, Roaches, and Hydras get very, very scared in this particular situation. The Zerglings come in, they'll get a good surround on the Sentries, actually sniping down all but one of them. That was a huge pickup. Another Colossus coming out, chasing those guys around. But man, those Sentries were invaluable. That represented a lot of gas, a lot of force fields for our Protoss player. I don't know if he can make that up very, very easily. And yes, there's the 4th base coming down now for Sacsri, feeling, okay, I can't kill the 3rd base. I need to get up 1 base. A Warp Prism again coming in, warping in Zealots. Going to try to deny this 4th base. Excellent game sense there by SOS, just doing a great job. Here they go to town. A lot of DPS on those Zealots. Queen showing up, trying to shoot people away, but no, too slow off creep. A single Zealot is enough to take her down. She explodes. Drones are transferring. This is not a good place for you, drones. Get the heck out of there. And here come the Hydras, trying desperately to save this 4th base. Are they going to get it? Drones being pulled off the line to help with the DPS. 1 more Zealot remaining, and yeah, oh my gosh, the 4th base survives with like 50 hit points. And that is 1 weak 4th base. If we can get a transfuse on that, it would help it survive future attacks, which I have to imagine there will be. Warp Prism kind of being chased away by the Hydralisks. They knew it was there. And Mutas, okay, Mutaflock actually coming out. There are now Stalkers, though, to supplement this army. So the Mutas have to be very, very careful where they go. Around the back, there are 2 cannons. All the Stalkers are ready for that. SOS doing a great job defending against the harassment that is possible by these Mutalisks. Are we going to catch this Warp Prism unawares is the question. I don't know if Sacsri sees that or not. The Mutalisks kind of try to get in there. I think this is enough to take down a cannon, but once the Blinkstalkers show up, you got to run. Yeah, there we go. Huge hit. Blinking right on in. 3 base, 2 4 base, and a 5th base actually coming up now. They do see the Warp Prism. The Hydra's trying to get there, but just a little bit too slow. Man, Warp Prisms are fast. They get out of there. And now Phoenix, and upgrading air attack on those Phoenix. Alright, so huge group of Phoenix there. These Mutalisks cannot do much against them whatsoever. They must get the heck out of there. Good blink forward, taking out a few, but Hydralisks and Zerglings are here to chase everybody back. The Colossus counters those fairly well at the same time, and Sacsri is forced to move back. He is not in a good position here He needs Corruptors to deal with those Colossus and the Phoenix. Is he making any? No, making more and more Mutas as well as Hydralisks. I don't know about this decision. We're going to zoom out a little bit as the 4th base is severely under siege. Again, there are not many hit points whatsoever. I think it's going to go down here very shortly, and yes, it does explode. Trying to get a good surround attack. The Mutalisks come right on top of everything, doing a good job attacking, but there are so many Stalkers here. The Phoenix kiting all day on those Mutas. Good blink back by the Stalkers, keeping them alive, but the Zerglings are right up in front, doing a ton of damage to those Stalkers. Hydralisks doing the same thing as well. Phoenix picking up the Hydras, trying to take them out of the equation, but there are more and more reinforcing. Phoenix getting taken down left and right. Also, Hydralisks dying. This is a very close battle. There are enough Stalkers, though, I think, to clean up the Hydra. Force Hydras with their range, taking down, oh, so many Stalkers. One more Stalker left. It dies. The remaining Phoenix are forced to retreat. Wow, what an amazing hold there by Sacsri. Did lose the 4th base, but the 5th base is up and running. It is 73 to 67 Harvesters right now. All these Overlords are going to die, unfortunately. That is a huge pickup there by SOS, although I guess it didn't really supply block the Zerg player too much, so maybe not as big a pickup as I thought. So both players just kind of hanging out at this point. The Phoenix being super annoying, managing to kill several workers, but eventually being chased off by the Hydralisks, and both players kind of take a deep breath, say, okay. Sacsri says, I survived that Protoss attack, and SOS saying, how can I do better next time? I need to kill this Zerg player before he gets too many bases. A 4th base being taken now by SOS, getting those +3 upgrades now. That is huge against Zerg. Phoenix kind of flying around. There is a random Spore Crawler there hitting them in the face. More Spore Crawlers. Actually, no Spore Crawler in that base. Is there one here in the main either? There is not. I think the Spore Crawlers were moved to places where there are actually workers, which means these Overlords are in a lot of trouble. These Phoenix doing a great job harassing what they can, really not standing and letting the Hydralisks hit them very much. This is what you want to do with those Phoenix, is keep them moving around, keep them away from the units that can actually kill them, and pick off what you can. Against Zerg, this is so useful because, again, the supply for Zerg float. And so they are in the air. They are easy targets for the Phoenix. And here comes another push. Stalker. Okay, so basically a gateway push here. I don't know if that's the greatest choice. There are a lot of Hydralisks on the field. You need to bring those Colossus with you if you're going to do that. Yeah, 2 Colossus with a +2 upgrade, +3 just about to be finished. More and more Colossus on the way. Corruptors being made now, though, along with Roaches and the +1 attack. Is it +1 attack? Yeah, it looks like +1 ranged attack for those ground units. So Sacsri a little bit behind on those upgrades, unfortunately. There is a single Corruptor here, but a single Corruptor is not enough to deal with that many Phoenix. But you see how long it survived attacks from those Phoenix. It does have that +1 armor, which does great. It is not considered a light unit either, so the Phoenix get no benefit to their basically their increased attack against light, which is what they do against workers and Mutalisks so well. But they just do regular damage against Corruptors, and that +1 armor means it takes a long time for the Phoenix to actually kill these guys. Plus, the Corruptors have the range to kill them, unlike Mutalisks. And so Corruptors are a good counter to those Phoenix. If you can get them out, Zerg players, please do so. And here comes the attack. Corruptors coming in. Time Warp going down. Going to zoom out a little bit here. Corruptors trying to force down those Colossus as fast as they can. 1 goes down. And with another volley, 2 goes down. There are not enough ground units here to deal with this. The Colossus eventually, all but 1 do fall. Is there one that's going to survive? Yes, 1 Colossus does survive. There's a lot of Stalkers here. Roaches rallying to their deaths. Don't realize what they're doing. Try to get home, but they're too slow. The Blink Stalkers will kill them all. It is 179 to 117 supply. Not looking good for Sacsri. He needs to remax his army now if he can. He does not have enough minerals, though. His mineral count is super low. He's only basically below 100 at this point. And here comes the Protoss Death Ball with the Void Rays, with the Sentries, the Stalkers, the Zealots, and the Colossus here in the back as well. Can't quite decide where to go. SOS says I could probably kill this base, but a lot of Roaches popping out there. An Observer is here to actually take down those Creep Tumors. And a bit of a, I mean, there are Roaches on the left side, right side, top side. I don't know if it's enough, though. Oh, sniping down that Colossus was a huge move. Well played there. Colossus on the left and the top getting decimated. However, the right side, there's not enough either. These Voiders having a field day with those Roaches that cannot shoot up. And that's it. Sacsri calls the GG. And SOS is victorious here in Game 2 of this series between these guys in the Group C bracket. So, well done. Well played there by SOS. If you don't succeed at first, try again. His first attack did not do a whole lot, but in the end he did manage to get up enough to take down the army. The attack there by Sacsri was ill-fated, not enough ground army to deal with the Colossus. He had Corruptors but didn't kill them in enough time. So in the end, Protoss does come out victorious. And this has been another Daily Blizzard upload from Falcon Paladin. If you liked what you heard and what you saw today, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. You can also catch me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, all / Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, you take care of yourself.